Hello and welcome to another BWhack review. Today we're going to be taking a look at another custom diecast. We've got Joey Logano's Panini Xfinity car from 2024. Obviously this is a custom, so there is no box to look at, so I just have one of the generic Xfinity boxes right here, but we'll just skip past that for now, and here is the car itself. This car was raced at Watkins Glen by Joey Logano last season. One of his 3 races, he subbed for Hailie Deegan after Hailie Deegan was so bad in the AM racing car that they booted her out. For Logano the first time, it was at the Chicago Street Course. Joey immediately got a top 10 in that Clutch Vodka car, and post that point, I don't think they ever brought Deegan back because I think they saw that it wasn't their equipment that really was the biggest issue. They had a bunch of different drivers. Some like Josh Berry did some races and stuff, but like Joey Logano was the main one. Well, not the main one, but he did the most in it. He raced this car 3 times. He got 2 top 10s, and the other one is engine blue, so we never really knew where he was going to finish. So the first race was in the Clutch Vodka car, and the other 2 were in this Panini car. It was just really good to see Logano back in Xfinity. I know some people are like, grr, bushwhackers. But I like that. Like, especially when drivers do this. Like, this was a small team car that the Cup driver is racing in. It wasn't just like, here's the top of the line Joe Gibbs Racing Hendrick equipment that the Cup driver's racing in anymore. Like, back in the day, there were people who used to always say that. They would be like, I'm fine with Cup drivers, but they cannot drive for the same teams they drive for in Cup. And this one had absolutely nothing to do with Penske. And it was kind of cool that, you know, like I said, the first one was just Clutch Vodka, which is one of the Hailie Deegan sponsors, but it was cool that by this point, he actually brought some of his own sponsors in, like Panini. Because Joey Logano's been sponsored by Panini for the last couple years. You see, like, he ends up on the boxes of the Panini cards and everything. But anyways, let's do a quick 360 of the car. I imagine a few of the sponsors left when they got rid of Deegan, so that's probably why they had to. Like, I remember, I forget which, there was a couple random small team drivers that did, like, bring their own money and drive this car at some points during the year. But as I said, having gone to Watkins Glen, it was really awesome to me when I saw that Logano was going to be there in an Xfinity car again. It's really cool to see him race. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Panini. Got Ford Mustang, got AM Racing, and number 15. Down the side, you got Panini. You got Majox Eyewear. You got MagnaFlow, The Good Feet Store, Coca-Cola, and Wheels Up. Those are basically all Joey sponsors back there. Front of the rear wheel, you got TA Films and Wix Filters. On the C post, you have Airbox, and on the B post, you have Ford, Panini, FC something, and AM Racing. Got your typical agencies and such up front. This guy actually did add the windshield wiper, as well as the little mud flaps. That's a nice touch. This isn't my normal custom guy. If anyone's wondering why there hasn't been custom videos in a while, that's because my normal guy lost his ability to make custom, so that's why I haven't got any while, but one of my friends bought me this for Christmas. On the back, you got Panini, got the Ford Michigan license plate, number 15. Does actually have the AM Racing 15 on the camera. That's a nice touch. Got Panini on the deck lid and the roof. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. I don't think there's not really anything under the hood, but there's your typical Xfinity engine detail and all that. Obviously no deck lid anything on these Xfinity cars. And there's the inner side of the car if you want to see that. Just a cool car. Like I said, this was a very unique, eye-catching car. This kind of like pastel, multicolored thing it was very easy to spot on track when I was there. So that's cool. I'm glad they did actually bring it back once because, like I said, the first time it ran, it was at Darlington, and his engine blew in like 10 laps. So we barely even got to see this car, and that was kind of a shame because it was a cool, unique paint scheme. But luckily they brought it back, and then, again, another top 10. In that very chaotic Xfinity Watkins Glen race from 2024. That was the race where Connor Zilisch got his first win in the Xfinity Series in his first race. That race had a lot of craziness, a lot of wrecks. It was like really calm for most of the race, and then like suddenly like the second half of the race just went insanity. That was the race where, you know, Connor Zilisch along with Sam Mayer, I forget who the other one was, but like all got penalties for like, one of them just like decided to drive through the bus stop for some reason, and then the 2 cars behind him followed him, so They all got penalties, so Connor Zilic had to drive all the way back to the field to still win easily. He almost didn't get a top 10 because there was a big wreck, like, on the backstretch going into the bus stop. And, like, I remember, I think it was Ross Chastain, like, dodged it and, like, body slammed Logano into the wall when he was trying to dodge the wreck. But luckily, they both still finished in the top 10. You can see here's these Panini cards that have, like, you can win the access to the Daytona 500. You can see him, and there's the fire suit he was wearing for these races. He had his own Panini fire suit. If anyone wants that code, you can have it. I have not entered that, so whoever's the first person to go get that, you can have that. These come in these boxes back here. Except just a cool car. It was one that I did want as a custom just because I said it was nice to see Logano race Xfinity again. And it was such a unique paint scheme. Like, I bought that Hailie Deegan Clutch Vodka car. And I reviewed it as a Joey Logano car because it might as well be a Joey Logano car. Because I think Clutch Vodka is, like, completely gone now. Like, I don't think that company exists anymore. So that was fast. But it's definitely a cool car. This is obviously a custom, so you can't get it if you want it. You would have to find somebody who can make it custom and get your own one made. But this isn't one that they actually. I tried to make them release it. I tried to make a thread on Lionel's forum, and there was a couple people that were actually interested, but Lionel didn't seem to care. But Joey Logano immediately made Hailie Deegan look bad in his first race in the car, and then Harrison Burton outclassed Hailie Deegan by 1,000, and everyone says Harrison Burton sucked too, so I guess that means the car's not that bad. Oh well. Anyways, for all of your other diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com. If you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. Just go check out if you want anything. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of Joey Logano's Panini Xfinity car from 2024. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.